for me, please. So breathing in to lift and out to roll. Guys, as you're doing that, think about drawing the belly button in. Lengthening up through the whole of the spine. Softening down the tailbone. And one more. And then just brace the abs and let's come into a side bend. So just relaxing down, moving laterally. Imagine you're between two panes of glass there. Reach away with your bottom arm. Inhaling to reach. Exhaling to come back. Let's have 2 more of those. Finish on your left side, please. And then come grip the pelvis. Soften the knees and start to move through a pelvic tilt. So we're drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. We are softening down that tailbone. So just mobilizing the discs into the lower back. Releasing, warming up through the hips at the front. And then just settle in your own neutral pelvis. Pull up through the thighs. Can you keep your feet apart? Take a small step forward on the right foot. So we're in a wide split stance here. Tail tucked, tummy pulled in, palms up. Let's come into waiter. Breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze the shoulders. And come back slowly. Feel your weight is even through both of those feet. Your knees are bent. There's a little bit of distance between the feet. They're not touching. Guys, nod the chin slightly, lengthen through the neck, and turn your head to the right on your out breath. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, squeeze, turn the head. Lovely, get that feeling of lengthening through the back of the neck. So the neck and shoulders might be just that little bit crunchy in the morning. Hopefully this will get them going. And relax, just shake that off for me. And then split the stance the other way. So again, keep a bit of distance between them at this point. Tail is tucked. Thumbs are here in the breastbone. Soften down the knees. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to the right front corner. So we've got that thoracic rotation in the upper spine, but we are challenging the balance a little bit more with that staggered stance. Keep your nose in line with your fingertips. Couple more. And relax. Give everything a shake and then just rotate there through the body. And then let's stand on one leg, doesn't matter which one. Watch the hips not poking. Level the hips up, lift the foot, and just flex and point slowly through as full a range of movement as you can manage there, into a rotation. Brill, go the other way. And relax. Change legs, forward and lift, flex and point. Rotate slowly. Go the other way. And relax, give them a shake. Okay, can we go now to that split stance again, that staggered stance? Hands on the tailbone, open the chest, pull the tummy in, soften the knees, and then a long spine as you hip hinge. Leading with the chest, breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. Good, so opening out the back of the hip joint here, stretching through the glutes, stretching through the hamstrings, and then we're just off center so that we're challenging the leg that's in front more. If it's too much, put your feet back to side by side. Feel your weight is grounded through the feet there. This is our last one. Brace your abs and glutes to come up. Bring your pelvis and spine into neutral, please. Can we come up onto the toes and balance? Arms can be chest height or all the way up. If we're feeling okay there, come down softly through the heels and then sway back and pick up your toes at the front. Inhaling up. Exhaling down and back. Good. If you can add a little shoulder squeeze on the end there, do. So come down, shoulder squeeze, a little bit of a dart. Let's have two more here. Lovely. So think about the ankle stability. Push your big toes into the floor. And then shake it off. So feet parallel, stepping forward on the left. Tail tucked, hip hinge first, knees soft. Long spine. So those hands are there to maintain that neutral, to keep the chest open and stop the shoulders rounding. So opening out the back of that left hip. At the same time bracing the abs, making sure it's not too much load on your back. If anything's twitching in the lower back, just pull the tummy in a bit more or reduce your range of movement there. Let's have one more. Keep lengthening through the back of the neck. Oh, it's a heel raise. It's not a shake off, sorry. Oh, hello, Jill. So from here, stay in that split stance. Float up. Balancing here. And then come down, sway back. So if you can pick up your front toe and squeeze into dart. So inhaling up. Exhaling down and squeezing. Next one is your last one. Pull that tummy in. Pull the toes right back as you squeeze. And relax. Shake it off. Super. Okay. Can you pick up your ball? Lovely. So can you now come to tightrope feet on your right foot in front, tightrope. So a little bit more challenging than it was before. Obviously put some distance between them if you need to. Tuck your tail under. Can you float your ball up? Can you open and squeeze your shoulders? Turn your head. Come back to center. Inhale. Keep squeezing the glutes. Open, turn left. Lovely. So trying to take the arms behind the body if you can. Turning the head. Eyes following hand. Super. Come center. Drop the arms, shrug the shoulders, and change legs. Let's try a bow and arrow now. Float the arm, ball in the back arm, pull, squeeze. Turn, reach forward. So before we were just moving through the shoulders, now we're moving through the spine as well. So the upper back is twisting. Ball is moving back. Guys, if it feels okay, extend the arm and look all the way behind you. So 2 straight arms, coming back. Lovely. If that feels okay, pull back, extend, half circle back over. Pull back, extend. All the time challenging the balance. Circle back. 2 more. Last one. Lovely, relax. Give your shoulders a little shrug there. Guys, drop your ball. Put one heel on, it doesn't matter which one. Sit back for a hamstring stretch. So challenging your balance while you're stretching that hamstring. Go near the wall if you need to. Guys, from there if you can. Pull back a couple of inches. Roll forward a couple of inches. Lengthening. Sitting. So this working leg is moving through a lunge. Front leg is moving through a hamstring stretch. And we are balancing on both sides. Last one. And come up, give your legs a shake. Oh, that's tough. So placing the other heel, let me come this way so you can see me a bit better. Come into a hamstring stretch first. And then if you just want to hold the hamstring stretch, that's fine. Get to a point where you feel you can handle the balance, lift your bottom. And then we are just rising up a couple of inches, rolling the ball forward as the pelvis drops, keeping the long spine. Breathing out to pull, breathing in to roll back into that hamstring stretch. So I'm working the quad on the way up. I'm stretching the hamstring on the way down. 2 more. Last one. And then come on up. And just give everything a little shake there and a release. Super. Push that ball off to one side. Come down into a squat and we'll release the lower back. So scooping and rounding. Flexion, neutral, and extension if your back is okay with it. Breathing out. And breathing in. One more time in either direction. And then roll all the way up. Super, relax. Give them a shake and rotate for me. So can you grab one dumbbell, please, in 2 hands. And let's come into a squat. So bring the ball into your chest. So the elbows are underneath the weight, if you like. Take your feet shoulder width for squat. And then toes can be forward or slightly rotated. So let's hinge from the hip. Then sink back into the heels, little hover, and come up into a shoulder press. Breathing in on the way down. Breathing out on the way up. And if you can manage it, try to get your elbows to tap your thighs. Now that might be too low for some of you, so if that's stressful on the knees or the back, then don't go as low. Guys, if it's okay, push into the toes and extend through the shoulders and through the ankles. Breathing in on the way down. Breathing out on the way up. Keep that moving for me, please. Lovely. Two more. Watch that ankle alignment. And then we're holding here, guys. Drop the arms. Neutral spine, come into a bicep curl. Transfer your weight onto the right leg. Take the left foot off the floor if you can. Watch the stability of the pelvis. Two more. And last one. Lovely. Transfer weight. Squeeze glutes and balance. Come to the chest. From here, shoulder press. Long, slow breath out. Tummy pulled in. Squeezing, firing up that left buttock. Hips should be level from right to left. Belly button should be drawn in. Breathing out on that push. Got one more here. Super, give him a shake. Well done, come on down. Okay, pop your mat down. If you want to, go and roll down next. So we're at the back of the mat, and I know you can all do roll down, so go straight into it. Take the arms up, inhale. Optional extension if your back is happy. Coming down, bring the chin onto the chest, round the shoulders and open in between them, and then just roll to your bottom rib, no lower. Support yourself if you need to. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll up slowly, drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Nod round and roll, please. So moving segmentally. Coming down probably to the back of the waist. That'll bring your hands about shin height. Spine is curved, crown of the head is down. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull up on the pelvic floor. Squeeze the bottom. Pull the belly button in and uncurl. And we'll go again. Inhale. Exhale. Nod round and roll. And down you go. So now just going to where you feel okay. So I'm coming to ankle height. I'm going to stay here and sway the spine. You might feel you want to bring your hands together or hold your elbows. But if your back isn't happy there, then come up, please. Guys, you can stay down and place your hands on the floor if you're ready to do that. Knees bent. Walking out into a downward dog or dropping onto your knees if you wish. Foot pedaling here in the downward dog. If you want some more roll downs, have a couple more roll downs, please. From here, I'm transferring to a plank on my hands or elbows, toes or knees. Up to you where you want to be. Squeeze your glutes, draw your belly button in, pull your pelvic floor up. Head in line with spine, holding a little bit longer. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping to the knees. Leaving your hands where they are. Pull your weight all the way back. Transfer your weight forward. Squeeze your bottom. Drop your hips into a half plank. So that's a straight line from your head to your knee. If your back is happy, drop your hips into extension. Open your chest and relax your shoulders. Breathe in. Breathe out, pull back slowly. Toes coming under. Come back up into downward dog. Start to walk your hands towards your feet. Bending your knees as you do it. Uncurling with support if you need. Head coming up last. So let's roll through that again slowly. So slightly different combination. So stay with me if you're not sure what it is. Rolling down slowly. Leading with the crown of the head. Tail tucked, abs engaged. Body weight coming into the hands. Walking forwards. Legs and arms coming straighter or you are dropping to your knees. Push back and feel the stretch. Lift the tailbone. Lovely. And then move forward into plank of your choice. Hands or elbows, toes or knees. But really switch on that core. Belly button in. Pelvic floor up. Squeeze glutes. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop to knees. Release toes. Hands stay in place. We lengthen back. Opening the back of that hip there. Releasing the shoulders. Coming forward once again. Half plank. Guys, brace the abs. Squeeze the glutes and keep that switched on as you drop into that hip flexor stretch. If your back is happy with it, don't switch the glutes off. They are supporting your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull back slowly. Toes under. Last time. Downward dog. Walking in. Uncurling spine. Lovely. Breathing in. Breathing out, leading with the top of the head. Palms coming down, knees as bent as you need them to be. Walking forward to a point where you can straighten your arms and legs. So your body's in this pike shape, tailbone high, feeling the stretch in the armpits and the glutes and the hamstrings. Coming forward, plank of your choice. So eye gaze is straight down, chest in line with wrists, squeeze the glutes. Pull the belly button in. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 3, 2, 1. Drop to knees, release toes. Drop the hips. Keep the glutes and abs switched on as you release the hips and the abs. Hold. Belly button pulls in still, guys. Pull all the way back, sit on your feet and stay there. So shell stretch here. Arms can be in front, hands can be under the head or to the ankles. Let your shoulders drop and round. Hold it there and take some breaths. Hands under shoulders. Support the body weight roller. come forward. So let's come onto all fours. And let's just have a Superman here. We're going to go right arm, left leg to start. Make sure your weight is even between all four limbs. Pull your belly button in. Now you probably can't see my abs very well or my posture with that top. Let's fix that. Okay, so take a breath in. As you breathe out, extend right arm, left leg. Thumb on top as the arm floats up. Come down. And draw back in. Guys, change straight away to the left arm and the right leg, please. Coming down. So I'm going to change the action. Hopefully you can see me. I'm going to extend right arm, left leg. I'm going to lift up to body height. And then I'm going to move diagonally out to the corners without the spine moving. Come back. And down, and then change to the other side. So still one on each side, but just taking much longer in the balance. So coming to the walls, then moving to the corners, coming back to the walls, and then down into that 4-point kneeling position. So keep that moving for me, please. You still want pelvic stability. You still want shoulder stability. So you're challenging the balance and the stability a bit more, so I want you to keep it slow. Make sure when your arm moves out to the side that you're not crunching into the sides of the waist, guys. So you're really challenging your obliques as well, not to move rather than to move. Lovely. Steady breathing pattern as you're doing it. There's effort on all of it, so it doesn't matter too much what way you're breathing. So we want to finish with one on the left arm. So you might have one or two more to go. And then finish on that left side, please. All the time focusing on that stable spine. When you finish, come back into a shell or a cat. Release the wrists, the shoulders, anything else that needs to be released. And then hands coming under shoulders, supporting the body weight. Uncurling the spine. Coming down onto your back now, please. Get yourself some head support if you want it. Let me grab some more things. So come down onto your back. Maybe a cushion, a block, a ball under your head. Perhaps you'll be happy flat. Bring both knees in and just draw a circle with the pelvis. So as big a circle as you can manage. If that's giving you back pain, then put your feet on the floor and just hip rock. Circle the other way, please. Super. Okay. Let's use the heel of our hand to guide our knees over our hips until we find ourselves in a tabletop. Now, you want your spine imprinted, but don't tuck because that lifts the tailbone. So the tailbone is down. Hands are here. Shoulders are relaxed. Abdominals are braced. Can we just toe tap gently to the floor? Your focus is on coming back to that tabletop. Or single leg stretch high or low. Be careful if your leg is moving low, that your back is not lifting off the mat and your abdominals are not doming. You can stay with that. If you want a progression, fingertips to the base of the skull, the chest opens. Now that is still a progression. You don't have to lift your head and shoulders. If you can lift from the breastbone, lift from the breastbone. Keep that space between the chin and the chest. The focus is where the ceiling meets the wall. The abdominals are pulled in. Lovely. So keep moving if you can. Keeping lifting from the collarbone. Keep the shoulder blades off the floor if you can. If you've only been able to lift your head and neck, just put your head down. Okay, that just gives you tension in the neck. Your head should be pressed heavy into your hands. So give me 5 more, please. 4, long, slow exhale. Drawing belly button to backbone. When you have done your last one, guys, come on down. Little hug. And then a full body stretch. And then my pelvis and my lower back coming into extension. Taking some breaths. Arms coming over. Legs coming in. Super. Put your feet and knees together. Take your arms out to the side and give me open knee hip roll. So knees going right, head going left. Breathe in. Palms are facing the ceiling. Scapula's drawn down there. Nice open chest. Don't have your arms too high up. Ankle bones and toes are together. So once you've been to the left side, one more time, I'd like you to bring one dumbbell into 2 hands, please. Take your feet apart. I'm going to take away my head block. So with my spine in neutral and my feet on the floor, and the movement coming from my shoulders. So don't lock your elbows, do have them soft, but don't bend from your elbows, please. So weight is guided over the head. It can go all the way over if your ribs don't lift. But as soon as your ribs start to lift, then that's far enough. If you've got good range in your shoulders, you might be able to go all the way over and then come all the way back slowly. So we are breathing in as the arms float. Really keeping the back of the rib cage on the mat. Breathing out, drawing down on the abdominals. Guys, continue to roll up, lift your head and shoulders. And then come on back down. Inhaling on the extension. Exhaling on the roll up. Can you bring one leg to tabletop? Let's keep that moving slowly. Now, if you feel like your technique is going, that you have shoulder pain or neck pain, get rid of your dumbbell, support your head and work in that position. Good. So if you can work on the mobility of the shoulder, please do. Otherwise, you are just focusing on the abdominals. So I'm going to do a couple more here. And I'm going to have a little breather and set it up in a tabletop. Lovely. Guys, just have a little breather. Maybe have a little bit of movement through the legs and the back there. And then join me in tabletop if you can. If you want to stay with your feet on the floor, that's okay. Weight is on the knees. Arms floating overhead, keeping the back of the rib cage imprinted into the mat. Lower back is now also imprinted. Pulling over, rolling up, extending one leg. Inhaling to come down. Exhaling to extend. Lovely. Please keep this slow. Some of you will be able to rotate towards the bent leg. So if you can do that safely and still slowly, do. So I'm crunching up first, then I'm rotating. Coming back and lowering down. Inhaling. So long, slow breath out as I lift and turn. Make it separate. And then come down. Good. Please keep moving for me. Give me 2 or 3 more. Finish with an extension on your left leg, please. And then when you've done your last one, just get rid of that dumbbell off to one side. Place your feet on the floor with bent knees and wide as the mat with the feet. Back with the head support if you want the head support. And then nice open knee, hip roll, slowly from right to left. So the emphasis when the feet is wide is actually on the top leg dropping in, not the bottom leg dropping out. Trying to stretch this hip flexor that's just been working really hard to take the weight of the leg. So we'll have a couple more of those, please. Brilliant. Guys, in your own time, join me on the side of your body. And we'll pop the hug or a cushion under the head. And we're going to work inside lying. So have your ball nearby. Placing my head near the front of the hog. Bringing my body into a straight line. I'll tuck myself in again. Lifting this bottom rib off the floor. Check your alignment. Hips are stacked, tummy is in. So either have your hands together or you might want to put your top hand on your thigh. Maybe rest it in front, up to you. So we're going to do single leg raise to double leg raise for those that can. So I'm going to breathe in. As I breathe out, I'm lifting one leg. Seeing how that feels, inhaling on the way down. If you're okay with double leg lift, let's go double leg lift. I'm lifting my head and neck now as well. And come down. As I come down, I hitch the rib. As I lift up, I press the rib into the mat to give me stability. So imprint the rib and then come to neutral. If all is well, arm can float and you can breathe out. Breathing in to come down. So we really have to brace the abdominals, drawing in. Pulling up on the pelvic floor, in on the belly button, everything strong in that nice core strength unit there. Rib lifting off the mat as we relax, rib imprinting as we lift. Guys, if you can hold your last one up, come up and hold. You might need to put your head down or your top hand. Can we start to scissor the legs? So one moving forward, one moving back slowly. Now, if you feel like your bottom hip is grinding into the mat, just do the top leg. Make sure your hips and shoulders are stacked. Abs are braced. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet come together, come on down. Draw your knees in. Take your top leg over your bottom leg. If it feels good, take that into a hamstring stretch, so a straighter leg. And then just give it a bit of a rub there. And then that same leg, take the heel to the bottom. Extend the bottom leg and stack the hips once again. And then little tuck of the pelvis. So a pelvic tilt under to get into the hip flexor as well as the quad. Watch this knee's not winging up. Hold. And relax. Super. Okay, let's come into an open door. So ball is either between the knees, or if it feels better for you, ball is on the floor and top leg is rested on the ball. That doesn't mean your pelvis rocks forward, still have the hips stacked. Lift your bottom rib away from the floor, have your hands together and roll across your hug into open door. Eyes following hand. Holding, pausing for one breath in. As you breathe out, close back up. So now just move freely through this, guys. Opening and closing at your leisure. Squeezing on that ball. So don't just let your leg rest on the ball. Actively squeeze. Get the connection on the inner thigh and the pelvic floor. If you're happy holding the stretch, hold the stretch. If you want to move through it slowly, move through it slowly. Coming into backstroke, skimming round the side of the face. Over behind you, watching your head's not rolling off that hug. And then skimming around the thigh. So keep that moving. We are doing open door or we are doing backstroke. We are focusing on pelvic stability. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Press down on the ball. Lovely. Relax there for me, guys. And then come down the other end of your mat, or just roll over if you don't need to see me. We're starting with that single or double leg raise. I know you can all do double. Okay, so my ball is out of the way for now. My head is in the front of the hug. I've got a straight line from toe to head. Rib is lifted, tummy is in. Options. One on one leg. Two legs, maybe head. Hand on your thigh is the harder option. For the balance. So making sure the hips are stacked, not rolling. When I'm lying down, my rib is off the floor. As I lift up, my bottom rib imprints into the mat. I need it to go down to stabilize me, but I want it to lift back up. As I come to side lying neutral, drawing that belly button in on that long, slow breath out. So don't do this quickly, particularly the downward phase. Don't just plonk onto the mat. So maybe go 4, 3, 2, 1, up, and 4, 3, 2, 1, down. Lovely, got two more here. Lengthening, lifting and holding, pause. And start to scissor if you can. So two legs if you can through a fairly big range of movement. If your stability is not good, your hand goes down. If there is hip pain on the mat, just move the top leg. So 6, breathing steadily as you go. 5, belly button pulled in. 4, hips are stable. 3, 2, and 1. Everything comes in and down. Draw the knees in. Either drop the knee or extend into a hamstring stretch. Have a little breather there. Take your hand to your ankle and your heel to your bottom and extend your bottom leg. Watch the top knee isn't winging. Pelvic tilt under to get that additional little stretch into the hip flexor. Just take a couple of breaths here. And then release it. Super. Okay, so ball under the knee on the floor, or knees bent, hips stacked, ball between both knees. Stack the hips, lift the rib. Ball between the knees is more challenging on the stability, but sometimes leg over the top just releases any kind of hip or back pain there. So press the top leg into the ball, whatever position you're in. Roll into that open door slowly. Find where you need to be to get your stretch. And then pause here, breathe in. As you breathe out, squeeze on the ball and come back. So although the upper body is moving, there is activity in that lower body, so please squeeze on the ball. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Draw the belly button in towards the backbone. If it feels good, stay in that stretch a little bit longer. If you want to move through it, move through it. And if you want to come to backstroke, then come to backstroke. All the time squeezing on the ball. The elbow and the wrist are soft. The arm is quite floppy. So make sure your spine and your neck are moving, because this is not just about the shoulder, it's about the upper body. Chest opening, so this is really good for realigning the posture, getting the shoulders back. This is your last one, guys. When you're ready, please join me on all fours. Bring your dumbbells or your band with you for tricep. So I'm on all fours, my tummy is pulled in. I want you to start with your right arm. I'm going to start on my left because that's the one that the camera can see. But my start position is on my hip. My weight stays even as I extend and push through tricep and glute. My spine remains in that tabletop position. 4 on the right and 4 on the left. Nice smooth transition as you change. Now watch your brain doesn't play tricks on you, because your arm will want to go forward. Make sure you are only moving from the elbow. Shoulders and hips are square to the floor. If you're not comfortable like that, you can do it with your band. 4 on the right, 4 on the left. We're trying to get the arm higher than the body. Work into that posterior chain. Watching the spine isn't rotating. Lovely. Watch the shoulder doesn't come into play on the way down, guys. The shoulder's not moving, so don't let the arm drop at all unless you're changing sides. And keeping the whole thing moving slowly from right to left. So we started with 4 on the right arm. We want to finish with 4 on the left arm, please. When you have finished, pop your weights off to one side. And then let's put the hands back down and just have a couple of cat stretches here. Maybe you want a cat stretch and hold. Maybe you want to move through it. And then pull back into a shell stretch. Either arms extended, hands under head, or to the ankles. You might just want to give your wrists, your fingers a little bit of movement after squeezing on those dumbbells. And then hands under shoulders, and we'll roll up. Lovely. Come onto your bottom and we'll finish with our full seated roll back. So if you're happy to go straight into full, go into full. If you don't need equipment, great. Otherwise, use your band. Maybe use a cushion for a little bit of support. If you're going all the way down and you know you need a head block, please do that. So options up on the bum bones, scooping and rolling. Coming to the halfway point, or coming to the rib, or straight away, rolling all the way down. Peeling up very slowly by drawing down on the belly button, rolling through an imprinted lower back, coming all the way up and restacking. Option for straight legs, option for band in the hands. Pelvic tilt is always the first thing we do. And then we want the spine to roll segmentally down onto the mat. If you're going for extended shoulders, then you want your hands, your band or your dumbbell at eye level as you roll and peel if you can. So optional forward flexion, optional pause at the halfway point, relax the shoulders, brace the abs and rotate. If you are rotating, don't just move your arms, turn your torso, feel it rotating through the waist. So just keep that moving, please. These are great, guys. Really nice and slow. And we'll just have one more set. So keep going until you finish in the seated position for the last time. And then pop your band off to one side and just come to a slump stretch there. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can do cross leg forward fold, bit of a deeper stretch, but obviously watch the knees and hips. So just taking some breaths there. Uncurling your spine. Lovely. Come on down onto your back for me, please. So finishing with a stretch, get some head support if you want it, and your band. So it's going around the sole of the right foot. Straighten out that left leg if you can. Halfway is fine. Maintain neutral. Don't tilt the pelvis. Pull the elbows down. So let's go for a leg circle if we can. So clockwise and anti-clockwise. Passing through 12 o'clock and pausing, and then going the other way. If you're not happy with a circle, please go for a sway from right to left, or even hold the hamstring stretch if you prefer. Guys, if you want to just take the band into the right hand, you can do that. I'm going to use my left hand to stabilise my pelvis. So circling, maybe you feel like you want to switch to a sway, that's fine. I'm going to stay with a circle. So still actively engaging through the core. Come back to the centre and hold here. Let's put two hands back on the band and pull the elbows down, relax the shoulders. And then just push the heel to the ceiling if you can. Lovely. Drawing the left leg in. Elbows coming to the floor. Right leg sliding away. Pelvis is still in neutral. Starting to circle. Clockwise and anti-clockwise on the left. Maintaining pelvic stability, not rocking. Get those 4 points of contact on the mat, shoulders and buttocks. If everything's okay and you want to go bigger, both sides of the band in the left hand, right hand stabilising, drawing down a bit more on your abs if you've gone to single hand. Go for a sway right and left if you're not feeling the circle. Make the next one your last one. Come back to two hands on the band. Pull into the hamstring stretch. Flex the foot. If there's no sort of nerve pulling there, no sciatic pain, hold. And then bend the knee and slip the foot out of the band. Come on over onto all fours safely, please. And then let's just roll through a cat stretch here. So if you're good in downward dog, come downward dog. If you want to just put one foot in front of the other to come up, do that. Walk the hands slowly towards the feet. Uncurl the spine with support. Head is coming up last. Come to the standing position, please. And then stretch up and inhale. Exhale, come across. Guys, let your hips go if they want to go. Deeper stretch. Come up to center. Tummy draws in. Over to the left side. Optional push of the hip. Come back to center. Lower the arms. Roll the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale. And then just rotate through the spine. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Come on in.